All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about players who we want to see get a ring. Of all players remaining in the playoffs, who winning a ring will make you happiest? Everyone's got someone that they're cheering for, whether they're on your favorite team and your team's still in it, so you want this player to win. Whether the player that you're rooting for used to be on one of your favorite teams, and so you're going to be still rooting for that player. For example, Alex Caruso used to be a Laker. Me personally, I still want him to see him have success. So the Thunder winning definitely make me happy to see Alex Caruso get another ring. That's just an example. But like I said, everyone's got someone that they're cheering for or that they're rooting for. And if you have no one you're cheering for or rooting for, that might be a bit more boring. But anyway, let's see what the people of the Reddit NBA community think. I will give my 2 cents on certain players, and yeah, let's get straight to it. Top comment. I'm almost scared if Conley wins because he might retire. I would really miss him as a character in the NBA. It feels like Mike Conley's been around for so long. You know what I mean? When did he enter the league? I can't tell you, but for as long as I've been watching, I feel like I've seen Mike Conley forever now. He's 37, right? Roughly. He's roughly 37. So it's been a long time. He's way past his prime. His prime was with the Grizzlies. Really, really, really good player back then. He's still a solid player now. But yeah, him retiring would be... Yeah, honestly, it's a long time coming. You know, he's getting older. Not everyone's LeBron James. They can play past 40, but... Crazy stuff. Anyway, moving to the next one. Karl Anthony Towns lost 8 family members to COVID and seems like a good dude. I'll go with him. You know, I actually do like Cat's attitude and the way he seems to treat people. You know, I have this this is more of a personal thing. I have this certain rule where I try not to idolize every single celebrity that I'll pay attention to in regards to sports. For example, I'm not going to idolize Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? I think he might be a cool dude or whatever, but just not... I'm not talking mess about him, but when you have a whole lot of child support cases, it's just like I should probably not idolize this guy. Great NBA player, funny dude. Don't get me wrong, fun to kick it with, but idolize is a whole different thing. Cat, on the other hand, is someone who I feel like, you know, if people wanted to idolize him, they'd probably have a good reason to. Also, if you hear a baby in the background, that is my baby. So, back to the point, Cat would be a cool dude. If Wolves get eliminated, you can bet every Wolves fan hopping on that Knicks bandwagon. I can't imagine a Wolves versus Knicks finals. My heart couldn't take it. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point because when Cat did get traded, I even made a video about it and how much he gave to that community, how much he truly loved Minnesota. Cat really gave his heart and soul to that city. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, on my channel, if you just type in Cat, I'm sure, or Karl Anthony Towns, I'm sure that video will pop up. But yeah, he really gave his heart and soul. Minnesota fans surely would appreciate him winning a championship, if not Minnesota, of course. So a popular sentiment here is Mike Conley. But if we can't get there, it's definitely Cat. Not surprised, Minnesota fan. Mitchell Robinson, I'm pretty sure he's the last player left on our team from the really bad days. So him getting a ring after all this time would probably mean more to him than most. You know, there's a trend going on here of people picking players from their favorite team or that were on their team that are in the Final Four. I haven't seen any flares, meaning people with favorite teams of the non-Final Four teams, of anyone else other than the remaining teams. I haven't seen Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, nothing other than the current Final Four teams. I wonder how long it'll take me to get there. So far, people picking from their favorite team or picking players who were on their favorite team. Keeping it going, Miles Turner, another Pacers flare, picking a player from his favorite team. Man had to endure trade rumors every season, keeps on smiling through it. This season I don't recall any legitimate trade rumors. Last season, yeah, for sure. I feel like once he got that extension, though, things kind of died down a bit. I'm not saying they were all gone, but either way, yeah, that's tough. There was a lot of trade rumors. Okay, now we just got seemingly a non-biased guy, NBA, just an NBA flair. Could be a Knicks fan, could be a Wolves fan, who knows. Randall seems like a genuine dude who's been unfairly disrespected for years. And the thing about Randall is that he's really changed the narrative that he's not a winning player. I think a lot of people saw him as a piece to a team of, you know what, he's going to do good for your team, but he'll never take you the distance. He'll never be a Robin. Seeing what he's doing now, granted, you know, we're in the Final Four. It's not the championship yet, but he has changed that narrative, and I think people see him in a different light. So definitely good for him no matter what already. I would say Josh Hart, a true sportsman. Okay. What I can say is Josh Hart definitely gives his all to his team. If you're a Knicks fan, you probably are madly in love with Josh Hart's play. Rick Carlisle. I'm not a Mavs fan, but I thought he was done dirty by the organization/owner. Maybe some fans here can shed some light. Probably not a whole lot of people saying, you know, coaches. So we got a Thunder fan commenting, but he's commenting on other teams. So this is cool because people mostly have been commenting from the direct, you know, who was on their team or who's currently on their team. This is a different take. Outside of OKC, Hallie after being disrespected. Good point, because yeah, the disrespect is pretty freaking crazy. Randall from the Wolves is always cool to see people break the narrative. And again, now I just talked about it, so you guys know my thoughts on that already. Brunson from the Knicks after the disrespect plus good guy Cat. I think this is a really good point. Honestly, though, if I'm being honest, so I know not all Knicks fans are like this, but after seeing the video of the Knicks fans jumping the Pacers fan, it makes me not want to cheer for the Knicks. Now, I know that's not most Knicks fans. There might be a lot of crazy Knicks fans, but I'd like to believe most of the Knicks fans wouldn't do that. But after seeing that video, it's just like so frustrating, and you're just like, I don't want to cheer for this team if that's the shit that they're going to be doing. Because if that was only the second round, you know, the third round's coming up. You can imagine it's going to get worse. I'd like to believe it's not, but that was the second round and they were doing that shit. So yeah, not cool. Not cool. The fans in that video definitely put me off a bit, but I still respect Brunson. Still respect Cat. That'd be pretty cool. For a role player, either Nembhard or Conley. I think Conley is just a tried and true, very, very common answer here. I think a lot of people can appreciate what he's done. The Mavs didn't want to pay Brunson. They disrespected him far before they disrespected Luka. Him winning a championship will be the ultimate FU to Nico. You know, I wouldn't even say to Nico, because a lot of the fans were disrespecting the Knicks for making that decision, saying, I mean, dude, you can go to old post on Reddit and find people thinking that signing was a ridiculous overpay. Seriously, like there will be so many people who are saying that. And it's not like it was it's not like it was a low-key thing. It was a very popular take that was an overpay at the time. So I wouldn't say it's the ultimate FU to Nico. I would say it's the ultimate FU to, similar to Tyrese, how people are calling him overrated. I would say it's the ultimate FU to those people. I mean, Nico right now, he doesn't give a damn what Brunson does. I mean, dude, he's getting Cooper flag. The NBA bailed him out. I already made a video about that as well. So, moving on. This is a really cool one. OG, he won one with us, but he didn't play at all those playoffs because of his burst appendix right before the playoffs started. So I'd enjoy seeing him win one where he played. This is the first time we see someone say OG. Cat, especially if he gets Finals MVP. I don't really like him, but it would piss off Jimmy Butler so much. Oh, okay. So this is a different kind of take. So Cat's a popular answer. But the reason why he's picking Cat is to spite Jimmy. That's a reverse of what everyone else in this thread is talking about. I mean, everyone else is talking about what makes them happy because they want to see that player win. Nah, this guy wants to see this player win to spite another player. So that's hilarious. And I got my daughter staring at me like, what are you laughing about? The hell are you laughing about, huh? Okay, moving on. Mikal Bridges signed all Suns fans. I think you can definitely look at Mikal Bridges and say, man, this guy's a real cool dude. He's one of those dudes who has just always been pretty genuine, at least from what I've seen in you know, his interactions with the media, interactions with the fans. Definitely seems like a really cool dude. Mike Conley again. Okay. Mike Conley, Randall, Cat, Hallie, Bruns. Okay, you know, we finally got someone talking about Caruso. Caruso winning another ring will settle the GOAT debate. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. But hey, we got Caruso. We got a Caruso nod. You know, no one said Shea, J-Dub, Chet. Basically anyone that's important on the Thunder. We've said Julius Randle, who's important for the Timberwolves. We've said Hallie, who's important for the Pacers. We've said Brunson Cat, who's important for the Knicks. You know, no one's even said anything, like not a peep about Shea, J-Dub, Chet, anyone on the Thunder. I think this is the first Thunder player I've seen was Caruso. Am I tripping on that? I don't think I'm tripping on that. I've seen every other player from like every team. Not literally every player. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I've seen the important players for other teams. I haven't seen anyone from Thunder at all. So we finally got a Thunder player. It's interesting. It took us a long way to get there, by the way. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want to see win? As always, actually, let me answer this for myself. I would love to see Caruso win one. I would love to see Shea win one because he's one of my favorite players. On the Pacers, I'm going to give a basic answer and say Hallie. How could you not? On the Timberwolves, Julius, because he was a Laker. I would love to see Julius get one. My daughter agrees. She says she wants to see Julius get one. On the Knicks, Mikal for sure. Cat for sure. Josh Hart. Honestly, I'm a fan of the players of the Knicks. I'm a fan of these guys. It's just that some of the fans sometimes, like, again, that video really put me off. All right, let me know what you guys think. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. My daughter says Julius Randle. She made a noise. I don't know if you guys heard. I'm pretty sure you could hear. So my daughter's voting for Julius Randle. Other than that, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. This is I'll Even Different. And we out.